Rick Dayton Show continuing on this Monday afternoon. And boy, what a spectacular day it is in Western Pennsylvania. 8 days away from the primary election, which comes up next Tuesday. And joining us on the Disk Institute of Pittsburgh Newsline is former ambassador to Denmark, Carla Sands. She is running for the Republican nomination in the U.S. Senate race. Ambassador, it's good to have you on KDKA. How are you?
Hey, I'm great, Rick, and it's great to talk to you and your listeners. What a beautiful day here, too.
Just absolutely glorious. You call yourself a constitutional conservative. What exactly does that mean if someone is a prospective voter in the state of Pennsylvania in terms of how you will be their senator?
Thanks, Rick. So if they're undecided and they're listening to me, I have a website, carlasands.com, and they can learn more. But I'm a third generation doctor of chiropractic from Cumberland County and practiced alongside my dad in Camp Hill. And I'm a pro-life, pro-First Amendment, pro-Second Amendment constitutional conservative. And I'm an America First businesswoman and Christian and mom. I'm also an eighth generation Pennsylvanian. And my Pennsylvania ancestors, they fought in the American Revolution and in the Civil War, and this is our time to fight for the heart and soul of our great country. It means I will defend and give no quarter on protecting our Second Amendment, our First Amendment, and all of our constitutional rights, because the Biden administration is so radical that they're trying to take away our God-given and constitutionally given rights. And I will fight them and never back down, because they're Marxists and they are serious, but so am I. And so I hope the voters will realize that they have a really stark choice if they are looking for a conservative candidate. Right. They have someone ready on day one, because I served as the U.S. ambassador to Denmark from 2017 until 2021, countering Russia and China with the Department of Defense and NATO, increasing our exports over 43%, so creating jobs here at home. So they have me ready on day one, and there's no time to waste right now, because we're actually tiptoeing into a war. We have real trouble. It's a serious time for our country.
So help me understand. Help me understand, Carla. When we look at that experience in terms of foreign policy, how does that translate to your ability to do your job as a U.S. Senator?
Right. So in the Senate, we create policy. I'm the only policy expert in the race. I actually worked on policy, foreign policy, trade policy, and defense policy. We have the other conservative in the race, and she's a nice lady. She has a compelling story. But Republicans reject identity politics. This would be like hiring Kamala Harris 2.0, because there's no capability there or experience in policy. You make law in the Senate. It's a deliberative body that you have to debate issues, not talk over people. You have to debate. You have to come to an agreement. I was able to create coalitions while I was the U.S. ambassador. I was often the only woman and the only Republican in the room. Most of the people I worked with were men, and they were Democrats. But I was able to create coalitions, and we were so successful, for instance, in our effort to counter Russia and China, that the Department of Defense gave me their highest civilian honor. It's called the Medal for Distinguished Public Service. I was relentless in my diplomacy, they said, and we got good things done on behalf of the American people. And I sold American-made missiles when they weren't giving enough to NATO. I got Denmark to spend more and buy U.S. missiles. I took them to Raytheon and sold them. Right. So I understand. I've run a medium-sized business with hundreds of employees and a nationwide footprint. And I've run a small doctor's office. I understand the challenges that business people have, and I understand the burden of regulation and taxes from the federal government, but most especially, Rick, I understand how inflation is hurting our seniors on a fixed income and our working families. The Biden administration created inflation is hurting them at the grocery store, when they pump their gas. In fact, I'd like them to think of Carla Sands for the Senate when they're pumping their gas, because I'm going to bring that price down. I'll be their energy senator. I was just out in Beaver County and in Allegheny County. I was right near that cracker plant.
Yep.
And what a tremendous opportunity. And they did a void analysis. We need 4 to 5 of those cracker plants. So I would love to partner with whoever is elected governor reduce the regulations and all of the burden on expanding business and having companies move to Pennsylvania, because mostly they've been leaving.
Right. No, that's so true. So, Carla, let me ask you this question, and I want to change the debate here for just a second. On Wednesday, I saw you on the stage at Grove City College. You were part of a nationally televised event there. And then over the weekend, you were back home in Cumberland County, and you were traversing, and you were sitting down with 20 people at a time and talking about your campaign. Which is more your cup of tea, 700 people listening or 20 at a time? Which do you prefer?
Well, we probably had millions watching that wonderful debate that Newsmax put out. What I love is all of it. I love visiting grassroots groups. I love speaking at churches. I speak at different churches every Sunday. We have over 70 pastors and congregations as part of our faith coalition. I'm a Christian woman, and I will bring that faithfulness to the Senate. I'll bring my business experience, foreign policy experience, defense policy experience with China and Russia on the move with this weak and corrupt and compromised president in the White House. We need strong America First senators to counter them and to stop this administration's overreach, but also their lawlessness.
Can you close the gap in the amount of time you have left? I mean, polls show fourth, but they also show 32% undecided at this point in the race. How do you switch them from undecided to vote Sands?
Yeah, it is absolutely an upward battle, but we know that Republicans reject identity politics. We know that doesn't win against John Fetterman, who's a strong Democrat. We've got the two guys, right, the two so-called front runners who have flip-flopped on all of the issues. They're both compromised. McCormick with China, he's China first. Oz with Turkey, he's Turkey first. And then Kathy Barnett, she's compromised because she loses. She lost her last race by 20 points in a red wave year against a weak Democrat. And they didn't steal that election by 20 points. She lost it because she uses identity politics, and Republicans reject that. They want capabilities. They want opportunity for their kids and grandkids. And that's what I offer, to bring business and bring back the Pennsylvania dream, the prosperity that I grew up with in our Commonwealth, where Johnstown was thriving and bustling, and one earner could support a family, have a car, a nice house, a TV. And today, a couple is often scraping by, trying to work in a logistics center for long hours with much less pay. I want to bring the good paying jobs back to Pennsylvania. And we have skilled labor in this state, and we'll skill it up more at places like Lackawanna College, where they teach the energy sector jobs. So I am committed to work hard. I have that Pennsylvania work ethic that really does commit itself to making the lives of everyone else better. And you'll hear a lot of folks talking about themselves on this campaign trail. I've been talking about the voters and what I can offer them to make their lives better, because that's who matters, the people.
People of Pennsylvania. Ambassador, thank you very much for being on KDKA with me. We wish you the best of luck as you go through the final 8 days of the campaign up until the primary.
I'm asking for their vote, Rick. Vote for Carla Sands for Senate on May 17th. I'm the seventh name. Carla is the seventh. Thank you.
Carla Sands joining us here on KDKA.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Don E. Bauer Incorporated is now hiring. Come join one of the fastest growing heavy highway contractors in Northeast PA, looking for general laborers, bridge carpenters, and triaxle dump truck drivers Class A and B. If you possess the knowledge and skill and are safety conscious, they're looking for you. Apply online at donebauerinc.com or in person at 1206 Salem Boulevard in Berwick today. Don E. Bauer Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer. Don E. Bauer, making your career a success. A success.